Welcome back to another policy moment. A few weeks ago we discussed how the ADA, or the Americans with Disabilities Act, covered transportation. The question is, has the ADA made any improvements in transportation? The answer is yes, but also no. What do I mean by this? If you live in Chicago, New York City, or any large city, they have trains and buses that are accessible. If you do not live in a large city, you may not have accessible transportation. I live in Naperville, Illinois, and let's say that I want to go to a University of Illinois football game. Is there accessible transportation to take me to Champaign, Illinois? Yes, Amtrak goes there from Naperville, but I would have to call them on the phone to set up the trip. I can't do it online. Can't I take an accessible van service? I might, but what would be the cost of it? Maybe $1,000 one way. How would I get back home? How do I get from the train station to the game? Champaign does have accessible buses, but how often do they come by the train station? Which bus goes by the game? I don't know at all. The game is usually 3 hours long, and if Amtrak runs late, you are basically out of luck, although you could go the day before. The University of Illinois is one of the top universities that are accessible for people with disabilities. They have their own buses, which take students with disabilities around the campus. I used them when I attended college there. If you are in rural Illinois, how do you go anywhere? A few buses might take people with disabilities around, but they work certain hours of the day, and if you want to go out at night, on the weekends, or holidays, you are out of luck. So that is why we have to speak up and speak out about transportation. But unfortunately, our legislators might not know about issues with transportation that people with disabilities face, and they don't know how to fix them. I was in Arizona for a conference in December, and we took a transportation service to get to the airport from the hotel. A woman took another transportation service from the same hotel to the airport, and I asked her how much her ride was. It was around $100 more than mine, and my ride was outrageous already. She said she booked it a few weeks in advance, but we booked our ride the day before. It is so hard to know what to do because people tell you many different things, and you don't know who is telling you the correct information. Transportation for people with disabilities is an issue around the country. If accessible transportation is an issue for you, your call to action for this week is to contact your legislators and let them know how you feel. Share your transportation experiences with them. You can also contact your local transportation provider to speak up and speak out about accessible transportation in your community. Tell them if it is difficult for you to get places you want and need to go, and even how long it takes you to get there. If people start doing this more, we might see changes quicker. See you in the next policy moment.